Smith trying to rack up some scoring. 1 count, 2 count, 3 count. State title, Drake Smith. Everything on the line as he gains position. The chicken wing and the drive to the floor. Brewer fighting for it. He's got top position. There it is. State title, Kyler Brewer gets revenge. 4 seconds. That's it. Back-to-back state titles for Jeremiah Reno. And Liberty, in its first finalist of the day, goes home with another state championship. That's 4 in a row for Reno. An immaculate high school career complete, undefeated season as a senior. You see the emotion as he embraces head coach Dustin Brewer. 2 points and a state title. Aiden Johnson wins it for Staley. A title fight indeed at Mizzou Arena. This is the piece de resistance. The heavyweight state title on the line between Jacoby Jackson of De Smet and Ryan Skillington of Francis Howell. Hi everybody, my name is Garrett Jones. Happy to have you with us. What a weekend for wrestling in Columbia, Missouri. That's the host of this weekend's 2020 MSHSAA State Wrestling Tournament. Mizzou Wrestling was in action this afternoon. We've had hundreds of wrestlers go for state titles today, and the last one on the line in the Class 4 as Jackson takes on Skillington. Skillington of Francis Howell, 43-3 on the season. He's coached by head coach Kevin Scott Stroh, nationally ranked. What a player he's been for the football team on Francis Howell. More on that in a moment. Jacoby Jackson for De Smet, 285 pounds plus, 30-3 on the season, coached by Dr. Ardarian Cox. He takes the floor in the black singlet. Lights back up. Handshakes and the whistle. We are underway in the heavyweight bout. Ryan Skillington, the defending state champion. Jacoby Jackson, the defending runner-up. 2 guards on their respective football varsity teams. Skillington, a nose guard. Jacoby Jackson, an offensive interior lineman. Skillington pushes, feet out of bounds. Skillington won by decision 7-2 over 41-2 Brandon Backus of Jefferson City. Jacoby Jackson won by fall in just 1 minute and 45 seconds over Nick Bismeyer of Liberty. Throwing hands here, fighting for position. It's been a stalemate so far. These are the big boys as Skillington is shoved out of bounds. No scoring yet, almost 1 minute into it. Jackson had a really strong bout against Ozark in the quarterfinal. He bested Hunter Tennyson by fall in 2 minutes and 35 seconds. Skillington fights for position. He won by decision 7-1 over 40-5 Mark McGee of Lindbergh. Other than that, he's been unimposed on the way to what could be a second straight title. You hear the exclamation of Dr. Ardarian Cox, the head man for De Smet, lauding his wrestler to move his feet. Each one has been fighting for position so far. Francis Howell sent 13 state qualifiers, but Skillington the only finalist. Jacobs. Jacoby Jackson fights for position and pushes his man out of bounds. No scoring yet. We've only got 17 ticks left in the first. Great weekend for wrestling. Great day for wrestling. Over 15,000 here at Mizzou Arena in and out to support state wrestling. Wrap-up ends the period. No scoring as we flip the disc. It'll be Jacoby Jackson first to take the floor. Not a whole lot of action in this one so far. Who's going to give way? And what's been a fantastic day for wrestling. Skillington in top position. Jackson with the reversal. 2 points. First advantage for Jacoby Jackson. He's on top. Skillington in a bad spot. Jacoby Jackson pins him to the floor. Skillington looking for his second straight state title. 2 heavyweights going at it at Mizzou Arena. Skillington able to separate. Lauded by a huge Francis Howell fan section. 2 St. Louis schools going head-to-head here in the state final. Who's going to have it and who won't? Skillington able to earn a point on that escape. Fatigue starting to show. Jackson shoves his man to the floor, out of bounds. No scoring. 1:02 left in the second. This one's about been as evenly matched as they come. Two grapplers fighting for hand positions. They lock up on a bridge. Skillington eases away. Toes the boundary line. Tied up near the DeSmet coaches. Jacoby Jackson of DeSmet, Ryan Skillington of Francis Howell going head-to-head for a state title here on Misha TV. Counting down the seconds till the end of the third. We got 2 more minutes of wrestling coming up after this second period. Skillington nearly lost his footing near the scorer's table. Pushed out of bounds. It'll be 21 seconds left in the second. 3 other matches going on right now in what's been a raucous day of wrestling at Mizzou Arena. Skillington and Jackson grappling, fighting for a state title. Two heavyweights will go to a very intense third period to decide it all. Ryan Skillington and Jacoby Jackson going head-to-head here for a state championship. Liberty looks well on its way to a state title as far as the teams go. But which one of these two can wrap up another individual one? DeSmet already had an individual title today. Jackson fights for top position. He's got it over Skillington. Head to the mat. Desperation ensuing for Skillington. He's in a bad spot. If he escapes, it would be a point. Glances at the clock. Back against the wall for him. Jacoby Jackson, a runner-up last year, trying to get the best of him. Skillington trying to defend his title. Able to separate. An escape for Skillington. This one's leveled up. 1:15 left to work with. Who's going to have it and who won't? Fatigue really setting in as Jackson attempts to make a move. Ferocious strike forces Skillington out of bounds. They award Jackson with a point. 3-2 advantage for him. 1:07 left to work with. Under a minute to go. This one slowed to a crawl. Fatigue setting in. Skillington hits the deck. Jackson pounces. But the daft footwork able to recover. Skillington trying to defend his title. He's got 40 seconds left to do so. He's down 3-2. Heavyweight title on the line here at Mizzou Arena. Jackson trying to hold him off. 38 seconds separating him and a state title. Ryan Skillington giving it everything he's got. There is no tomorrow. Skillington wrapped up. He needs a takedown. Jackson fights. They've got 10 seconds. Skillington in desperation mode. Jackson's got his leg. They pin him to the floor. There's 1. There's 2. Jackson on top. The buzzer sounds. State title. Jacoby Jackson wins the heavyweight Class 4 title. A matter of revenge for him. The runner-up last year. Best the defending heavyweight champion. Raw emotion for him. DeSmet Goes 2-0 on the day. You see the raw emotion there from Ryan Skillington, embraced by his head coach. He comes up short trying to defend his title.